Get to know the YouTuber in 10 seconds.
Name, Snowen. Age, 20. Occupation, unemployed. Did you know that Snowen was once Ireland's strongest man? Wow.
100 push-ups underwater. Hashtag lol you could never.
That is as the price. Hashtag ding ding.
You wanna bring that hit?
Hey, hold on to your horses, cause I'm about to show you.
You are in the dream world. You will type in your memories and the AI brain will continue to write your dream for you. We will take it in turns, as we create an adventure for Dream Snowen. Are you ready? Remember to be careful, not all dreams are good. 3, 2, 1.
I am Snowen. I enter the dream world and I am plunged into a mess of imagery and distortion. I need to make my way through and find the meaning within my head. As I take my first step, I see a man with long white hair, wearing a black suit and holding a cane. He is looking at me, but his eyes are not seeing mine. They seem to be looking right through me. I make my way towards the man, apprehensively.
You look again at the man. He has an odd expression on his face. It looks like there is something wrong with him.
Thank you, Australian brain. I continue in my path, making more of an effort to walk with purpose.
Ah, you are the Dream Walker, yes? We have heard much about you. He grins, but his eyes are dead. His eyes. They seem to be looking through you and into your soul.
I make sure to show no fear in the old man as I look back, equally soulless and dead eyes. The tall grass reaches up to my neck. I feel your presence. I have met you before many times. You are Halila, the lifeless beast that haunts my dreams.
You feel his skeptical gaze on you as he leans forward slightly. You can almost see the clouds above you parting as he begins to speak. How? He says, how do you know these things? You shrug. It's not something you've spent much time contemplating, but you suppose you just always had a feeling about these things.
We must understand why we are here.
I am no monster. He gives a quiet chuckle and stands.
I heard there is a bakery 12 or so miles ahead in the small, quaint town of Edinburgh.
He looks at you and nods as you begin to walk. Welking past the old mansion ahead, trees begin to touch the sky.
I walk over to the large museum. This human-sized rat wheel is the crowning jewel of Edinburgh.
He falls backwards into the wheel. You watch on in surprise as the wheel carries him a distance away from you. You call. You watch on helplessly as the wheel carries him further and further from you. It's strange that you can almost hear him laughing at you. The human mind is a powerful thing.
Proceed to feed the slightly green mixture to the old man's dying mouth.
The old man wheezes for air, but as the potion takes effect, he finds his energy. He sits up coughing and spluttering.
Edinburgh, it's just like Glasgow, only more old people and less to do.
Just a small piece of history that I'm trying to put back together again. England is going. England?
England is going, question mark. This is our time, question mark. Scotland becomes independent.
He pauses. You think he knows he has said too much.
I begin to pour more elixir into the old man's gob.
The old man smiles weakly new. Light into the darkness that will shine on.
Clearly, in a state of delirium from drinking 2 liters of Strongbow mixed with WKB. I scoop him into a large sack. This I pull onto my back and carry the old man
Down the dark corridors of the underground red light district with the old man in your sack, you find it strange that the strange occur. People begin to chase you.
I look around Amsterdam. This is where I lost a large section of my memory. There is a group of tourists forming a circle around me, foaming at the mouth. They must have eaten a burger from a vending machine and went to one too many coffee shops.
Light into the darkness that will shine on.
I have heard that too many times. We are currently being chased. I make my way to the Edinburgh Canal. As a man, muscle bound and around 6'8" without shoes, I was more than confident I could jump across the canal.
You make the jump with ease and land on the other side. No sooner had you landed when you hear the water thudding against the side of the boat. You look down and realize your mistake as you're currently in the eye.
I gasp. The old man has clearly fallen off of my back and slid clean into the musty water. Plunge the old man from the water. His scrawny wee body is a lanky bag of bones. It's cold like a can of dragon soup. And I think that's how you spell dragon soup, but I'm not sure. Reaching the shore, I manage to not mouth to mouth, but the other one, chest compressions, I believe.
He smiles at you and says proudly, "I'm an eternal." You grin back and say yes, and you are only one of many, and help him up to his feet.
I met Halilad near here. I can show him to you.
Of course.
I jump up onto a round wheelie bin. I headbutt the glass. I take time to rest. Behind me, I see the blood-soaked letters of Halilad.
Hello, he says H.
Halilad is a monster, a fiend, most certainly a ghoul.
The man begins to form out of the mist. You jump back and scream in shock. The form walks out into the room. It has the body of a very old man, but the face of a young boy. I am called the Watcher, but I warn you, it is a horrible thing that you will see. I have seen horrors far worse than what you will show me.
The old man here tells me of Scottish independence. Is this true?
I cannot answer your question, but I can tell you this. The future is changeable if you try hard enough. Only 2 people will survive the game.
Halilad, I wish to free you of your eternal chains.
There is one, but it will not be easy, and you must be prepared to fare badly. But this is the only way. I am ready and willing. So shall it be then?
No quest too big or too bold for Snowen, the king of the 0131.
Then we must begin. Follow me. You and the Watcher are walking through a tunnel carved from the rock. You feel like you've walked down this tunnel 100. Stop. The Watcher stops in his tracks. He pulls out a walkie-talkie and whispers into it, then turns to you. You're here for the ritual, aren't you? Yes. To come to him, but as I run towards him, the ground begins to shake and quake. Rocks start falling from the hills around us, and I find myself running towards a cliff edge. As you reach the edge, you jump to seize your chance, and fortunately you manage to grab a hold of the root. But the momentum of your body pulls you too far forward, and gravity takes over. You watch helpless as your chest hits the cold rocks below. Luckily you are stopped from falling too far by a protruding rock.
The rock that saved me was no Dwayne, a humble piece of Scottish granite. I smile and kiss the cold stone.
You sit up rubbing your chest, which still aches a little from the impact. You can hear the sound of sobbing coming from the direction of the cave. You get to your feet and begin heading towards the source of them.
I have gone all the way to Scotland's very ancient past. The warrior princess Boudica is there, harmed but not in serious danger.
These people are all going to die if you don't help me, she screams.
I brandish the famous blade of William Wallace.
It's a giant. Its dead chest heaves as it breathes heavily. Its sword is the length of 3 mail shirts, and you know that on impact it would probably crush your rib cages, you and the princess.
This is the ancient rock giants of the Highlands.
You speak in a soothing tone to the giant. You show him your palms as you walk slowly towards him. He notices your act and trusts your motives. He reluctantly drops his great weapon. You turn and gently pat his massive cranium. The giant takes a step back and you continue speaking in a soothing voice. You perform a short dance as you speak. The giant watches you and begins to enjoy your act. He begins to laugh and the giant steps forward to meet you. Your hands meet and you both feel the transfer of energy. You pat his head as he laughs. Ha 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 ha.
You are quite the looker, my fellow giant. I wish for you to help us on our quest for independence.
You smile and the giant laughs. He holds your hand and you enter a cave. You walk into the cave and you see the sacrificial altar. Tall candles are lit all around it. You look at the symbols valid.
This is a beautiful home. Cave paintings, they depict an awful tyrannic control that stops the people of Scotland from living free.
The giant looks at you as you wince, clutching your hand. We must be careful out there, my friend. He thinks for a minute and so do you. Your relationship is no doubt helped by the fact that you have nearly the same height. You are now around 6'8". He begins to laugh and asks if you would help.
Do you like Lagavulin whiskey?
That would be nice. Share it with me, he says happily. I will lead you to the city now. My family, my friends, my people, all dead because of men and this one in particular. He points to the princess. The emperor killed my family. He is responsible for their deaths. All of their deaths. I know you are respected by all and the men will follow you. You will need all the warriors you can muster though if we are to retake the land. You look at the princess who is deep in thought. You are a fearsome warrior princess. My blade shall taste blood soon, I worry.
If the giant can get his ancient horn, we can awaken all ancient creatures.
You walk slowly round the giant. You notice that his horn is covered in dust. You wonder how long it has been since it was used. He draws the horn to his lips and blows it as loud as he can.
The entire land hears his cry. Every tree, fish, fishman, treeman, Finn, Scotland rise. They make their way to the capital. I stand alongside the giant and princess. We look across the land, our castle fortified, as we see the oncoming English troops.
I knew they would come, so we have prepared for this. I knew they would try to kill you, but now they will kill us all if we don't stop them.
Men, women, all those who identify in and not within social constructs. We are gathered here today. We are united and we are Scotland. Freedom.
Crowd chants as you lead them into the battle. They fight with the single-minded devotion of a religious fanatic. Arrows bounce off their bodies as they swing massive boulders and tree trunks as weapons. Giant fires starting it and burning everything in their path. The English soldiers and nobles trapped in the castle are helpless as they march relentlessly towards them. The princess stands proudly at your side, her hair flowing in the wind as she waits for the battle to begin. The battle is joined. The orcs charge with bloodthirsty abandon and begin tearing through the heavy English armor. The brave Scottish soldiers stand their ground and plug away, throwing themselves body and soul into the battle.
I sit upon the shoulders of the giant. I make sure the princess is on top of the giant too. We make it to the keep, where the emperor and his men are waiting.
The English army is ready. They have taken heavy loss, but their leader still stands tall. He throws his head back and laughs rapidly as he begins to chant. Very well, he says, calming down. I have caused death and destruction, but look at the results. But you killed my beloved Will. You butchered him like a sheep.
Stand down and give us our righteous throne.
Your righteous throne? You are some lowly peasant fit only to rule a pile of garbage.
I will make you a pile of garbage. I shoot a crossbow into the heart of the emperor. I watch the warrior princess decapitate some soul giant rips another man in two.
You run but towards the emperor. You give him a knuckle sandwich and make sure another crossbow bolt goes through his soft skull. You hear a loud horn and many explosions as the English army begins to fire their own bolts, arrows and bullets at you. You take a break. It's hard to see, but the explosions are scattering sunlight.
The old man from before, he smiles at my familiar face.
You look down at the old man's withered body. His life force has drained away and left him wrinkled and pale.
I jump over the throne. I pierce each and every oncoming English soldier with a crossbow bolt.
You see the giant stop running away and charge towards the army. He swings one massive fist into a row of horses, crushing them all in a single swing. You see the giant smash his fists into the English, crushing like tin cans. You hear the crunch of bone and sinew, but the giant has stopped their attack.
The three of us are saved, and we have reclaimed our land.
You move into the castle for the night and sleep. The next day you are visited by your old friend and second in command, Lord John.
Lord John, England, and Scotland can be friends, but remain independent. You see?
Lord John is silent for a few moments, and it's obvious he is deep in thought. John, you ask. It's just, well, you're right, you know, he says quietly.
I am no king without my people.
About the future of them and us, they are for the first time in hundreds of years going to have a say.
What is the moral of the story?
1. England and Scotland can live in peace and freedom as eternal friends. The barrier of time and space disappears. 2. You have a duty to your nation. You must keep your nation strong and powerful if it is to survive in the real world. 3. You must be prepared to make the sacrifices sometimes, but not at the cost of your soul. Never lower yourself to the enemy's level. Each day they become more like the demons you fought against. You must remain on good terms with them if possible. Well, here I am waking up after my long mission. It was quite easy, actually.
Oh, it's just a dream.
Wake up, Snowen. Please like and subscribe, otherwise I will enter your dreams and mash up your brain for real, for real.
Hey, I hate to be that guy, but please like and subscribe, share this video, you know, do all that stuff. This was kind of a weird one, this was slightly different. But I liked it was kind of mad. Got some weird stuff on the way, so if you're liking it, you know, tell your friends. All I can say now is just vibe out. Got some music for you. Scoo-doo-doo. Keep it chillin'.